So that's where we are right now. Amen. So now we're in Romans 12. So see, I don't have to wait for nobody to turn the page. We're already there, right? Amen. Amen. Go to verse 9. Go to verse 9. Go to verse 9. Hear ye the word of the Lord. Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectioned one to another with brotherly love. In honor preferring one another. Not slothful in business. Fervent in spirit. Serving the Lord. Rejoicing in hope. Patient in tribulation. Continuing in instant in prayer. Distributing to the necessity of saints, giving to hospitality. Bless them which persecute you. Bless and curse not. If I could use for a subject that might possibly yield to some preaching opportunity, I want to tell y'all, I almost cussed. That's what we're going to preach about today. Yeah. Say, neighbor. The preacher's going to preach about, he almost cussed. I almost cussed. Boy, you can hear the pin drop when I gave y'all that stuff. This week, while rewarding in some instances, was very hard for me. Physically, emotionally, and spiritually. From Monday up until this morning. And the day ain't even over yet. I have gone through things that have really tested my faith and my patience. There were critical moments this week that, like Marvin Gaye said, make you want to holler. Throw up your hands. While there were other times that I almost cussed. Didn't almost curse, I almost cussed. See, I got to explain to y'all. See, you look at the preacher, and folk have a tendency to put a preacher way, way up on his pedestal. And folk tend to hold a preacher to an accountability level that they don't want to hold themselves to. And see, I'm just going to tell it like it is. You see, while I've been called to a higher purpose, while I've been called to a plan, I'm still a man. I'm not perfect, by no means. And there was one time in my life, before deliverance came, that I didn't mind cussing. See, I can admit that. See, there wasn't, my days weren't always filled with these and thous and you arts. It wasn't like that. I wasn't always like that. There was a time when there was a you this and a you that. And I ain't having this. And I ain't hearing that. See, wasn't saved all my life. Wasn't saved all my life. I'm delivered, but I ain't forgotten. And so while now that God has been working in me, working through me, working around me, working on me, there are still times that in the back of my mind the temptation is there to let it out. The temptation is there. I don't like using that kind of language. I don't. There was a time when it flows freely, I can feel it. But now that God has changed me, now that God has worked in my heart, now that God has worked in my mind, now that He has transformed me, renewed me, I have a choice. There was a time when you acted like you didn't have a choice but to. But now that you've been delivered, you got a choice. And so since He gives us free will, now I make the conscious choice to bridle my tongue. Amen. No matter how mad I get, no matter how frustrated I get, I got to bridle my tongue. Amen. I was riding up to church on Monday, and between Kilmichael and Winona, everything electrical in my truck went off. Headlights and all. I was riding 70 plus miles an hour in the dark, trying to get to the Winona exit to get to AutoZone. Amen. Amen. Could have did anything. Could have hit a deer I didn't see. The truck could have stopped completely. Yeah, I would have been thumbing on the side of the road. Because you know ain't hardly no cell phone reception out there. I could have been through, but by His grace, I made it there. Did I cuss? No. When I walked in the AutoZone, and when He told me how much that alternator was going to be, and He said, that'll be $220, sir. And I had to break out that card. I almost cussed. But I said, thank you, Lord. I made it here. I'm alive. It's all right. I made it to the church. At the end, He closing out. Amen. I got about 15 minutes. But at least I got a word. At least I got a word. It was rough. And from that day on, everything seemed to happen. Rolling. Go to work, drama to deal with. Then roll back, revival, get refreshed, go back, something else. I didn't even work, it's something else happened. So now I got to deal with this over here. I got to fix this over here. Everywhere you go, everywhere you turn, something was happening. Like I said, even up to yesterday, even with the grace of we did, drama. Even up to this morning, drama. I look in the refrigerator. I was craving some deer sausage that I had in the freezer, and I look, and the freezer is empty. And I realized that all of my deer sausage has been served to the Greenwood Jackson district. I just knew I wasn't going to have to come out of eating. I was going to sit down, eat my deer sausage, drink my water, and meditate on my sermon. I go to the freezer and I open it, and I don't see nothing. Nothing. Because of some chefs that said, we got some sausage in here, we're going to cook it. And I called Glenda and I said, Glenda, that was a bag, a blue Ziploc bag with some sausage in there. Did y'all move it? And there was silence on the line. Ooh. We cooked all of that. It was a good bit of it too. So I had to go to Mickey D's and get me something else. Amen. Amen. See, all week I was craving. I left it in there for a purpose because I knew I was probably going to stay here that night. And I said, okay, I had my deer sausage that morning. I ain't got to go out and get nothing. I can chill out. Murphy's Law was in effect. Everything that can go wrong will go wrong at the most inopportune time. Amen. But I understand that the Greenwood Jackson District enjoyed my sausage and was coming back for more. I heard it was good. It was? Amen. Oh, Lord. See what I mean? But up until this point in our series, we've talked about the spiritual qualifications for discipleship, the internal issues that we have to deal with to be effective disciples, and even the methods of communication that we have to use to be effective disciples. And today, however, I have to tell you about dealing with some of the external factors that will affect your discipleship efforts. Amen. Please understand that running the race for God has its ups and its downs. Every day is not going to be perfect, and some days will be downright hellish. Satan, our enemy, is not pleased that you have made a choice to reach others for the kingdom. And he seeks to use whatever possible, whatever tactic he can find to make you turn around. Sometimes working in God's vineyard can bring drama that you didn't think was possible. In my younger years, I had the notion that as long as I was working for the master, everything is going to be all right. As long as you're serving the Lord, everything was going to be perfect, peachy. You wouldn't have to worry about a thing. Folks were going to love you. It was just going to be sweet. But I was wrong. Yes, everything is going to be all right eventually. But in the meantime, there's some stuff you got to go through. Yeah. You might have surgery one day. You might have surgery and you might have some pains from the staples, from the stitches. And the pain will go away eventually. But in the meantime, you got to deal with a little stiffness. You got to deal with some aches. You got to deal with some pain in the meantime. You see, I didn't know that Satan would use my own family against me until I saw it with my own eyes. I didn't realize that some of my friends were as trifling as they are until I started using my time for God instead of running the streets with them. I didn't realize that people in church, laying clergy, could be conniving, deceitful, hateful, backstabbing, selfish, self-righteous pieces of work until I stood up for what was right in the eyesight of God. And the ones that smiled at me every day, they didn't have nothing but a frown and one half of a peace sign. Yeah. I said they didn't know. I didn't know. I had to learn that for myself. I had to go through some stuff. I had to see some things. What does this have to do with discipleship? What does this have to do with ministry? Some young people want to do something different in regard to ministry. They want to do something new. They want to do something fresh. They want to do something that hasn't been done before. But some older members tell them that you can't do that because we've always done it this way. I ain't talking about nobody. This happens all over the place. Did y'all talk to other folks from other churches yesterday? Did you hear the same thing over and over again? Okay. Please don't think I'm picking on nobody. Some preachers want to move to another level in God and push a ministry of excellence. But some folks would rather show up for church and nothing more. They don't care about growth. They don't care about discipleship. They don't want to improve. They just want the preacher to show up, give 3 points, take a big piece of chicken, and go home. You give me your 3 points, I'm going to give you your check and this big piece of chicken, you eat it and go home. That's what some folks want. Some musicians, I feel your pain. Some musicians, they want to improve their ministry of music, but the choir members barely show up. And when they do get there, they don't want to listen. Like they got a music degree. Like they can play the piano. Like they know something about a drum. Can't keep a beat to save their life. They looking at the drummer like he's wrong. Can't hold a tune for nothing, but you looking at Karen like, boy, you need to play that different. Just stand there like a blanket. I feel your pain. And in the midst of all of that, I can see why some folks get frustrated with ministry. I can see why some folks get tired and stop coming to church. Amen. I can see why. I can see why some folks get discouraged and just sit down. I can see why some preachers give up and retire early. I can see why some musicians don't want to be bothered anymore. I can see why some folks exhaust every good word they can possibly use. Even in the midst of everything, they still try to say something good. They still try to say something positive.